Ju çojmë në zemër të ngjarjes.
Good afternoon, friends and visitors, and welcome back to the OR News broadcast. I'm Daniel Cook, your host for the English edition, which we have Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. In today's news, the EU ambassador to Albania, Romana Vlahutin, paid a visit to the city of Tirana today, accompanied by the director of the Theater of Opera and Ballet. The visit preceded the upcoming concert on May 9th, which is European Day. The famous Albanian soprano, Inva Mula, has been invited to perform. The EU diplomat and the theater director were familiarized with the preparations for the concert and with the touristic potential of the coastal city. Ambassador Vlahutin remarked, "The purpose of this visit is the celebration that will be held on Europe Day. A festive concert will be organized in the ancient city of Butrint. We have decided to organize a concert featuring the great soprano Inva Mula, and I think that it is going to be an excellent event," said the EU ambassador. In Albania, there is currently no law controlling the sale of knockoffs or falsely branded products. The absence of this kind of law leaves the market open to certain abuse. The shops in Albania are full of knockoffs and falsely branded items. For example, a real Armani handbag costs a minimum of $170, but you can buy knockoffs in the city shops for much less. A fake Armani handbag costs less than 3,500 lek. A Hermes handbag costs a minimum of $8,000, but you can find a fake one in Tirana for less than 3,000 lek. Fake brands can be found everywhere in the capital city. They are sold in the markets and shops and even on the sidewalks. The citizens are aware that they are fake brands, and they say that they do not feel deceived because they understand that they are not purchasing the original brand. Albania has a law on intellectual property and a special directory for new brands and patents. But this law is only for the registration and verification of new brands. The director in charge of brands and patents says that they cannot carry out inspections in the marketplace. He encouraged people to file a lawsuit with the prosecution if they are sold a fake brand. Prime Minister Edi Rama visited the city of Kukës today to distribute a number of legalization permits. He made the statement that the government has turned its eyes toward this city and has started to heal the old wounds. Mr. Rama said, "In 8 years, the former government, which today sheds crocodile tears, delivered only 341 legalization permits. We delivered 338 more than that in only 1 year. I know that Kukës is the poorest city and that what we are doing today should have been done years ago. Kukës did not become poor in only 18 months. But it took over 24 years. It is not easy to heal the wounds caused by 21 years of misrule in only 18 months. But it is certain that the treatment of these wounds has already begun," declared the Prime Minister. Mr. Rama also commented on the issue of the Albanian exodus. He said that those who made the Kukës citizens leave the country are the last who can speak about the issue. The Prime Minister presented the socialist candidate for the mayor of Kukës, Hasan Halili. He addressed those in attendance. "Together we will succeed. We will give another outlook to the city of Kukës. Years ago, I visited the hospital of Kukës, and I left with a deep sense of sorrow. The conditions were miserable. Today, we can see that the hospital of Kukës is going in the right direction. We have reduced drug prices by 30%, and the drug supply for the hospital is guaranteed. We managed to save $70 million purchasing the same quantity of drugs. We have paid off $40 million in debt, which was taken out to improve the supply system of the hospital. We have done a great job. The candidate from the Alliance for a European Albania, Hasan Halili, is the right man for Kukës," said Prime Minister Edi Rama. The Democratic chairman Lulzim Basha was in Durrës today to show support for the Democratic candidate for mayor, Grida Duma. Mr. Basha commented on yesterday's event during the Democratic campaign. A group of young men arriving in a vehicle that displayed the Socialist Party flag attacked a group of Democratic supporters. Basha had this to say: Our candidate in Durrës has caused deep despair among our political opponents. Adi Rama and Ilir Mehta are desperate. The mayor of Durrës is also desperate. He has abused his power and has done nothing for the city of Durrës. Mr. Mayor, you will go home after 51 days because Durrës is not your property and the time to give an account has come. You cannot avoid the citizens' punishment on June 21st. Instead of confronting the citizens, the mayor attacks the Democratic campaign. He sent his gangs to attack the Democratic supporters. This is a sign of fear, said the Democratic Party chairman. Convinced that Grida Duma will be victorious in Durrës, Basha said that whatever the Socialist Party does, they cannot escape from the popular verdict. He called the prosecutor to investigate yesterday's incident and to bring the authors to justice. He told the people not to be afraid of such acts. I call you not to be afraid because a better future awaits us. Well-being and employment will come when we send the socialists home, said Mr. Basha. The Minister of Transport, Edmond Hadjanasto, inspected the work on the bypass of Rogozina today, which is already about 40% complete. Minister Hadjanasto asked the contractor in charge of the project to put in more underpasses. He said that the area has great economic and agricultural potential, and the farmers need to have as much access to their fields as possible. The minister said that the special attention must be paid to both the quality of the work and the deadline for completion. The Rogozina bypass is very important because it connects the primary north-south road with the east-west road. The bypass will help a great deal with the management of traffic in Rogozina. After June 21st, it is possible that the center of Tirana will not be the same. The Prime Minister's advisor for the territory, Artan Shkreli, is convinced that Erion Veliai will win the elections. He has prepared a project that will turn the center of Tirana into a pedestrian area. Shkreli said that Mr. Veliai's plan is to have a pedestrian area that will also have available public parking. He added that this project is an early idea of the Prime Minister from when he was the mayor of Tirana. Shkreli said that the centers of Shkodra and Korcha are good examples of what they have in mind. The current square in the center of Tirana was built with the approval of Mayor Luzim Basha after great debate. The project for the current square was in competition with another idea involving multi-story buildings, which was not approved. With the elections on the way, it seems that the Skanderbeg Square is likely to turn into a controversial issue between the political parties. Last night, there was a huge event behind the Prime Ministry building in which the singer Rona Nishliu presented her new album. Nishliu and her quartet performed songs from her new album, Our Motives, for thousands of fans. The album contains some classic Albanian songs. One fan of jazz music who attended the concert was the Prime Minister Edi Rama, accompanied by his family. Mr. Rama even presented the singer himself, saying that the green space behind the Prime Ministry will be at the disposal of anyone who has a good idea, and that he will keep it free of rental charges. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our news for this week. Please have a great weekend and join us again on Monday for more translated news. Thanks, and have a great night.